In this video, we are going to show you how to troubleshoot a fiber optic line for the Mercedes E Class between 2002 to 2009. I believe they're all the same. The most common problem with this unit, when one of the component and the fiber optic goes out, then the unit shuts down. So we have to figure out how to troubleshoot, find out which component is bad. As you can see, when I turn on the power, the Mercedes logo comes up, and then it checks the system. So if there is any problem with any modules, it goes back to sleep. So right now the command unit is checking the system to see if one of the components has an issue, or the command unit could be faulty too. It just takes me a couple more seconds. See, the display went out. Usually when this happens, everybody thinks that the problem is the command unit, which is the radio itself. But that's not the case. For example, if even the CD changer goes out, the symptom is the same. So you have to find out which unit is causing the problem. In order to do that one, you need to bypass the one component at a time, and then you can figure out which component is causing the command unit going to sleep. It could be the command unit is bad, but I would say it would be like about 10% chance the command unit is bad. Because when you turn on the unit, the command unit wakes up and then is looking for the rest of the system. If the Mercedes logo does not come up on the screen when you turn on the power on, then for sure the command unit is bad. But if you get the logo comes up at the screen and it goes away after like about less than a minute, and then the problem most likely is in the other component. I'm going to start, the easiest way would be starting from the trunk to see which component is bad, because the navigation unit and the audio gateway and the voice module are in the trunk, and those are the ones most cause of the problem. You check those first, and then you can check the last one would be the CD changer to bypass to figure out the problem. So this is the trunk, and the left hand side behind the driver and the quarter panel, you can see all the navigation unit and plus the audio gateway, which is hard to see, is right behind the fuse box back there. I'll show you how to check these components. What you do, you need to remove the navigation fiber optic. Is this plug here, which is located in the back of the navigation unit. If you cannot get it out, what you have to do, you need to remove the screw on the bottom for the bracket, and then you twist the navigation unit, and this is a fiber optic line here. So the first step, what you need a bypass component, a connector, which is, some people they call it lollipop. What you have to do, you have to bypass the fiber optic line. Basically, it's just a loop. It goes into the connector harness of the car, and then when the fiber optic comes in, it goes back to the fiber optic line. So it just makes a loop. So right now we are eliminating the navigation unit in the trunk. So if we go back inside the car and then we tear it down, we will see what happened right now. Here you go, we are in the car right now, and the navigation is bypassed. See, the unit starts working. Suppose if your navigation was faulty, we bypassed it, and then the unit works fine again. That's how you can check out every individual. You have to bypass one at a time, and then you go back inside the vehicle, turn it down to see if the problem is solved or not. If that would not fix the problem, then you have to put the navigation back in the loop and then check the other component, like the CD changer or the voice module. The audio gateway is located behind the fuse box back here. And the audio gateway, it cannot be bypassed because it acts like an engine. So the only way to check out the audio gateway would be replacing it with another unit. So if there is any problem with the radio, suppose if your FM is not working or your AM is not working, or the sound is distorted or everything is working, there is no sound, audio gateway could be causing the problem, because the audio gateway has 3 components. It has a tuner plus the amplifier. So if the radio is not working or there is no sound, you can look into the audio gateway. And in order to get the audio gateway removed or disassembled, there are 2 10mm bolt up here, 1 and 2, and then there is a 10mm bolt on the bottom right here. And then you can open up the bracket, mounting bracket for the audio gateway. This is the audio gateway. These are all the plugs, and this is how it looks like, if you know how. But there is also a mounting bracket for this one also. And the other component in the trunk that you need to check out in case if there is any problem that as I explained to you, the unit shuts down, is the voice module, which is located under the cover in the trunk. As soon after you removed all of the carpets for the rear of the trunk, you can open up these foams, and then you take these bolts out, 1 on each side. And here is the location of the voice module. So if the voice module goes out, it does exactly the same thing. So what you need to do, you need to bypass the voice module fiber optic, which in this case I already bypassed it to get the unit to work. So if the voice module is bad, once you bypass it, and then you should get your sound back, and then later on you can replace the voice module if you use it. Otherwise you can just leave it bypassed like that. Also there is another module which is called the Taillight module. It's right next to the voice control. Is this one. This one is on the fiber optic line as well, and there are 2 screws together. There is one here and one over there. If this unit is faulty, it would cause your audio system to malfunction. What you need to do, you have to, after you remove these 2 screws, you can move the Taillight module forward. The fiber optic connector is at the back, is right all the way at the end of the unit right here. But in order to get to it, you have to remove the Taillight module. And once you get the fiber optic connector out, you can bypass that one, just like the same thing like the other units. And then you can go back in the vehicle and check your system to see if you get your audio back. So if everything is fine, then you know the problem is caused by this Taillight module. And one more problem with this Taillight module, if sometimes intermittently you lose your audio just for a couple seconds, this would be the symptom of the bad Taillight module. And the other component which could be causing the problem is the CD changer underneath the command unit. The CD changer, it could be bypassed as well. So in order to get to this one, you have to remove the command unit, and then you will be able to remove the CD changer and then bypass it, and then you can put your command unit back and then check it again. We have another video which shows you how to remove the command unit and the CD changer. So basically, I go over it again. The first step would be checking the trunk, your navigation unit, and the audio gateway cannot be bypassed. The only way to check it, you have to replace it. And then I would suggest the most common problem is the CD changer, or after that one is the voice module in the trunk. Any of those components goes bad, the symptom is the same way. The unit turns on and then it shuts off. So, but do not think that since the unit turns, the Mercedes logo comes up and then it goes away, the problem is the command unit. It's not the command unit. And if you need any repair for the command unit, CD changer, or audio gateway, or voice module, you can send it to High Tech Electronic Services in Van Nuys, California, 818-785-8085.
I was surfing and I lost my arm to a tiger shark.
Season premiere, The Amazing Race on its new night tonight.